Okay, second vid, I thought I would come on and say all of the things that I'm being told or advised to do. I live in California right now in Los Angeles, so I wonder whether or not I'm having good access to appointments and things with the medical system. Obviously because it's more private here, and once you get medical insurance, things seem to be a lot faster, and you know, they love not gonna lie, they love a test, they love making money. So I feel like some of the things that happen in England with my friends and on the NHS maybe are slightly different. So it feels like to me maybe America, well, especially in the way that I'm doing it, is different, because I feel like I'm having a lot more pre-tests than my friends in England did. Who knows, maybe I'm just me being me particular and going through the process before. I don't know, I mean, I suppose you could just go for it, but again, like with the way my lifestyle is, I think I'm being a bit cautious before as well. A couple of things that I first started doing when I realized maybe we're going to start is everyone tells you about this book. I don't know if you have this one. It's called It Starts with the Egg. It's by Rebecca Fett, and it's how the science of egg quality can help you get pregnant naturally, prevent miscarriage, and improve your odds of IVF. It's quite an interesting book. This one's second edition. There's a third edition now because they update the supplements. What did it tell me in here? I haven't actually finished reading it, but it's quite interesting about like, for example, melatonin and fertility, or dental care. That one was a weird one. I think it was this kind of book, and also I see an acupuncturist who's also she's actually like a wellness person. I don't even know what you call it, general wellness. She is in Santa Monica. She's very well known for getting people pregnant up until like 49. She does acupuncture, cupping, but she also does nutrition, bloods, supplements, and just basically helps your process, like follows your kind of hormones. I've just had all my bloods and stuff. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then she just sort of working alongside me. But to be honest, I've been seeing her for years anyway, a couple of years since I moved here, because when I first moved to Los Angeles, I was tired all the time, and I thought it was stress, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. And all of my medical tests and everything came back as everything was fine. But Jen, who's amazing, her name's Jen Canfield, was determined to find out what was happening and why I was so tired with no energy all the time. And she managed to get me an amazing GI test and stool test that found out that I had really strong E. coli and Epstein-Barr, which I didn't really know about because I don't think we talk about it in England as much as the Americans do. But also the E. coli, because I film a lot in South Africa, I had got it pretty badly from there. And when we had tests, they also like fired natural like supplements and things at it. So basically they took my stool samples and tested it with lots of different supplements to see what could kill it, and it worked out that D-Manus powder, which is used for UTI infections, actually killed all the E. coli and Epstein-Barr. And that meant that within like a month, I think, I had energy again. It was insane. Anyway, going off on a tangent there. So I've seen Jen for a long time, and what I've done since I've seen her, so I have cupping once a week and acupuncture, and also she just did a full blood panel for me, so testing hormones, testing any bacteria in my body, in the gut and things like that, checking that everything's sort of blood working. I also had a smear test, which you have to have each year, but because I told the doctor that I had taken my coil out because I was thinking about having a child, they also tested for all kinds of bacterias or any kind of, I can't remember what she said, a bacteria that could cause miscarriage, but I'm still trying to research this. Apparently there's certain bacteria that potentially can be harmful, but I don't know the names, and I'll research it before I say that because I don't want to be generalized. And again, remember, I'm not a doctor. So yeah, so I've had blood tests to check fertility. I've had tests to check that everything in my uterus or any sort of area down there is healthy and there's no bacteria. I have started doing things like I don't wear nail varnish anymore. Super interesting. It's in here. It's also online about how nail varnish is so toxic and so bad for the endocrine system. So I took it all off. I used to wear like gel nails or whatever. I don't do that anymore. I don't have any toxic nail varnish on anymore. In fact, now there's a brand called Nailberry, which I love. It was by a UK nail technician who's amazing, and she decided to come up with a non-toxic brand, which I think is made in a lab in Paris. I'll find out more and tell you about it. But she's a completely toxic-free nail varnish brand. So if I ever put anything on, which I barely do anymore, I only ever put that on. Also downloaded an app called Yuka, Y-U-K-A, and basically you scan anything you put on your skin, anything you put in your body, barcodes of food, sunscreens, anything, and it tells you if it affects fertility. It tells you if the ingredients are banned in other countries. For example, not to diss on America, because obviously I do love America and I live here, but I think the chemicals that are allowed in the food here and sort of in the skincare and things have been banned in various places like EU on certain elements, so especially things like the food dyes. I mean, look at what's going on with Kellogg's at the moment. They're having a huge issue. They put I think they did like 400,000 signatures the other day because Kellogg's US puts banned food dyes in, which is harmful for children in their food in America, but in other countries they don't. So like Canada doesn't have that dye, whereas they do here. So obviously I'm a bit more cautious about checking the contents of my food and makeup and things that are going on my body right now, because it does affect fertility. Again, like a lot of stuff's in here, but a lot of stuff online. So now I get my makeup from Credo Beauty or the Detox Pharmacy. So everything I check, I scan the back. And if it is an endocrine affector, so if it messes up with anything to do with hormones or anything, I don't have it. One really hard thing to buy here is sunscreen, because obviously it's hot and we have to always wear sunscreen, so I wear like Factor 50 every day, but it's frightening what's in most of the sunscreen. I actually have found one. I'll talk about it in another video because I bet this is 8 minutes long and do you even want to watch? But yeah, everything like that I scan on Yuka. I'm very careful. And prepping basically. So that was an airplane flying over my house. Sorry about that. I hope that didn't come up on the video, but it probably did. So I'm checking a little bit more about what goes in my body. The one thing I haven't kicked yet, which is on the list, but you know, I'm British, is alcohol, drinking wine. I know it's going to be so bad for fertility and not great, but still haven't managed to kick that one. Still having a glass of wine with dinner. Still, it's not very good. But that is something I want to try and work on soon. So yeah, I feel like in general, I'm just trying to detoxify the body, have balanced hormones, check that there's nothing in there that I need to deal with first. My next thing is the dentist again. Apparently tooth infections. I need to read the section more, but having issues with dental hygiene can cause issues with fertility apparently, but I will read more about it and let you guys know because I'm finding it very interesting. And I don't know the facts yet, so I don't want to say them. But yes, it's all about prepping the body. I'm still bloody scared. Just the idea of having a kid, so petrifying. But also the idea of not being able to have one, really petrifying. Like, anyway, I hope that helps somebody. Let me know if you've got questions.